The Law Society of Scotland has been working with law students and school pupils as part of an exciting project to bring the law to life in the classroom without a legal textbook in sight. School pupils in Glasgow and West Lothian are among the first in Scotland to experience Street Law, an innovative legal education programme about the law, democracy and human rights, which offers a fresh perspective on how the law affects people in everyday life, from using social media to how the law can protect our environment.
Today we're looking at environmental law, which is something that's very topical in the law at the moment. It's a newish area compared to some of the other things we've looked at.
St Kentigern's Academy in Blackburn was one of the first schools to sign up to be part of the project. Head teacher Andrew Sharkey describes his experience of street law.
It's unusual to bring in external organisations that immediately fit in with the ethos of the school and know what we are trying to achieve. And Street Law got that. They knew what we needed, and we worked very closely. For me, it was a partnership from the outset. Street Law came and asked what did we want. We asked what was possible. Between us we agreed a programme. The programme's worked for the young people, and there's also been some training for the staff in the school. So on every level it's worked for us.
Teacher Tony Scullion believes the Street Law programme has provided a great opportunity for the pupils involved to find out more how the law affects their lives.
I was a bit apprehensive on how it would be introduced and how the kids would actually take it, but it was really well. It's totally different from that. It's very interactive and very engaging. The kids have loved it, and to be honest, I've learnt a lot as well from it. So it's been really good.
It has also led to some of the group expressing an interest in studying law.
What do you think you could do in terms of kind of ameliorating the...
Edinburgh University law students Emily Hunter and Rona McLeod have been teaching St Kentigern's pupils about the law, using real-life examples and historical legal cases. Rona McLeod explains what she has gained from being a street law trainer.
The biggest thing that I've learned is from the pupils themselves, because they constantly surprise me with how creative and different their answers are, and they think about law in a way that I don't think about law.
There has been an enthusiastic response from pupils, according to law student Emily Hunter.
The pupils' response has been fantastic. It's really kind of encouraging to see them being so engaged and really enjoying discussion. It's good to walk around, and very rarely do you hear them talking about anything other than what you've asked them to discuss, which is definitely not what we were like at school, but encouraging to see.
St Kentigern's pupil, Anissa Dasker, highlights what she has learned from street law.
One of my favourites was the domestic abuse case, and that was like the highlight of all the lessons. It's because from an outsider's point of view, it looks like it could just be one person to blame, but when it could be just really more complicated than it seems.
Street law has helped Luke Nolan understand the role law has in his everyday life.
I've learned about cases in particular where you think he's definitely guilty, but in actual fact he could be innocent, and you never really know. It's quite surprising to hear about, and I've learned obviously about how law can affect me in my life, and without me really knowing it, I sort of take it for granted.
Rob Mars, Senior Policy and Development Manager in the Law Society's Education and Training team, hopes that other schools will be encouraged to take part in street law.
Street law will benefit Scottish school pupils because it makes the law relevant to their lives, and they can then see what the law means to them and take part in it and understand it.
So we've had a really good lesson today, learned lots about environmental law.
The Law Society is keen to see pupils in schools right across Scotland benefit from what street law offers, and has plans to roll the programme out more widely.
Well, they've bought into it, they've enjoyed it, they want to be there, they're working well with the trainers. And now it's widened a lot of their horizons. There's now a few of the young people are even looking at law as a profession, and that was never on their radar prior to this.
I think a lot of schools now are moving towards vocational subjects, and this is definitely a great opportunity to get involved with external agencies as well, and interacting with real life lawyers, and kids don't get the chance to do that, so it's been really good.
And I think the best feedback that we've had is at the end of lessons they're still talking about the topic of our lesson, which shows how good a lesson it's been for them. All schools should definitely have the opportunity to do street law. I think it's something which really kind of enhances the curriculum, especially for students that are going on to think about university and to think about kind of future careers. I also think it's a great thing for law students to get involved in. I would recommend to all my kind of friends that are law students to get involved in street law. It's great for kind of CV and things like that, but also it's a really enjoyable experience and something which is definitely very rewarding.
The Law Society of Scotland gets a huge amount from this. We believe in public legal education, we believe in the fair access agenda, and we think that street law helps us meet both of those aims.
Definitely would recommend it because it's really fascinating to know about all the ins and outs of law.
For more information about the Street Law Project, contact the Law Society of Scotland or visit the Law Society's website at www.lawscot.org.uk/streetlaw.